morning, and it is a gorgeous morning this morning. I've come to Warnham Nature Reserve once again, and I've come to the heron hide, and I've only been here for a matter of minutes and already I've spotted one heron, a two-tufted duck, 4 coot and a cormorant all around, so it's looking promising. It's a very still morning. It was a frosty morning. Oh, there's a mallard flying past, and I say it's still early. It opened just before 10 o'clock this morning, and so I was one of the first ones in. Most people went to the small bird hide, where they photograph birds that are brought in by the feeders: siskins, chaffinches, great tits, blue tits and loads of other small birds, but I prefer to come here to the heron hide and out on the water, and it's looking very beautiful this morning. They've done some cutting back of some of the reeds, so hopefully that's going to give a little bit more access. And this shows part of the area that where they've cut back all the reeds close to those posts you can see in front of the hide. Meanwhile, the heron is over on the far side. You won't see it on this shot taken with the phone camera, but it's over there on the right, in amongst the reeds. So while this little coot is just playing around amongst the chopped weeds, let's see what else we can see out on the water. There we can see once again the grey heron and another coot playing around there. Meanwhile, here a cormorant came dashing across. Trio of mallard there, just darting back into the reeds. And then the grey heron flew across. It looked like it was about to land, but then it spotted a little egret, and I think it thought better of it as it waltzed away up into the trees. Here, one of the 2 Egyptian geese I've seen quite regularly at Warnham. This one today swimming solo. Meanwhile, here we have a pair of cormorant. Notice the one that's got the breeding plumage, and here's another one in the blue breeding plumage that was flying across. It's the first time I've actually seen that plumage, and so I was rather pleased to have this opportunity to capture it. Meanwhile, there were a number of tufted ducks out and about, and also this little moorhen. And once again, the tufted duck. Rather beautiful little ducks. And here's a still image of the breeding plumage of the cormorant. Makes a rather handsome bird. And here's the little egret that I mentioned a few moments ago that was wandering around, as you can see, using its legs to try and stir up whatever prey it could find. Quite often I've managed to photograph it grabbing the prey, but on this occasion I must confess I didn't see that, but it was trying hard. In fact, there were 2 little egrets, and this one was chasing another one off. and then a few minutes, as you'll see, it flew back again. Yep, here it is on the return flight. Another shot of that cormorant with its breeding plumage, and in flight. Really is a beautiful looking bird, I think. And here's one in more traditional plumage. Meanwhile, the little egret is still trying to find something to eat. Suddenly there was a whole flock of gulls that came in and landed on there on the water. At this point I went down to the hide closest to the visitor centre, and I took these shots of the action of the gulls. There's a mixture of black-headed gulls and I think they're herring gulls, the other ones. I could be wrong, I'm not an expert, I must confess. Almost to close, here's a pair of coot that's nibbling away at the weeds there. Well, that's it for this trip to Warnham. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly did. It was a lovely morning, as I said, and some many great photo opportunities. Thanks very much for watching.